What's good, world? It's the Great 32T coming to you live. I'm here with Amanda, and this is the Breakthrough Conference show. It is a tremendous honor to have you here today, Amanda. Could you please tell the people watching at home a little bit about yourself and exactly what you do?
Right, so hi everybody. Hi. My name is Amanda Burke. I am a motivational speaker. I'm a life coach. I am an entrepreneur. I love youth, and that's my passion, and everything that I do centers around youth development and just helping young people to understand that purpose is the ultimate. It should be the ultimate destiny that we have in mind. It should be the mark that we aim for in everything. And so, once I believe personally that if you're walking in purpose, then you're good, because it would have meant that you have tapped into that potential that you were born with. So that's basically a little roundup about me. I'm from Jamaica. So that's basically it.
That's awesome. And your
And I
location
am
now?
honored to be here.
Oh, yeah, we're honored to have you. And your location now?
I'm in Jamaica right now.
Oh, you're in
In
Jamaica right
St.
now?
Thomas, right?
Wow. That is awesome. That is awesome. I personally have never been to Jamaica, but it's definitely on my bucket list.
You need to come.
That is awesome.
You need to
So,
come.
into the interview here, a little bit about your personal experience while being a motivational speaker. So, like, what got you into motivational speaker, and like, what attracted you to be a motivational speaker?
Well, for me, that passion came about when I was younger, when I realized that there's so much. Well, personally for me, I went through a lot as a child, abuse, different types of trauma and all of that. And I never had anybody there really who was able to say, hey, you can push through, hey, you can be a better version of yourself. I kind of had to learn that on my own. And so growing up with that scare and that trauma, I committed to myself that, listen, I'm going to be a voice to people. I'm going to inspire people. I'm going to tell people, say, hey, in spite of what you've done, you can go on. And I am a Christian, and so everything that I do and say comes from that core value, that right here. And for me, I have seen how God has transitioned my life from being a broken person who was so broken and just lifting me up. And I said, God, I want to give somebody that grace that was extended to me to recover everything that I have lost, and to just be a light and be inspiration and be that person that I needed when I was younger. I'll share this little story.
Okay.
When I was in primary school, I had a teacher, and that was grade 6. So that was like 12th grade in year, 12th grade, no, 6th grade. Growing up in primary school, I was always told, you talk too much. Every time my parents come to school, the first thing the teacher would say is, Amanda talks too much. Amanda doesn't stop talking. Amanda is always talking. And I was like, yo, I'm tired of this. And so I shut down. I stopped talking. I was just silent. For my high school years, I was silent because I was saying, hey, you know what? I'm tired to hear someone talk too much. And so I'm going to do something about that. Stop talking. And when I became a Christian, that's when the Lord kind of impressed it on me that you are created to speak.
Wow.
So how is it that you are going to shut up when this is the reason why you were created in the first place, to talk? And so that's how I restored my voice, and that's how I've been living intentionally. It's not easy because, you're still remembering all the things that were said, as a child growing up. And so you constantly have to be pushing yourself past all that was said in order to ensure that you're able to help somebody. And what keeps me going as well is understanding that I could have made a difference in somebody's life, but I allow my personal feelings to stop me from releasing a word that could have blessed somebody, to stop me from telling somebody something that could have stopped them from committing suicide. And so I always say, you know what, I'm here to serve. And so I try to push my feelings to the back. So, I'm a talker.
Yeah, that is really awesome, and I really appreciate you sharing that with me. Just a little bit about your childhood and that story of you, overcoming that adversity, about what people said about you, and you were able to turn that into your own personal good and be a motivational speaker here today. Another great question that I want to ask you. So, through all my panelists that come through the Breakthrough Conference, through this family, through this system, I ask them this question here. what is their breakthrough experience that has contributed to their particular success in your life? So for you, like, what is that breakthrough experience that you have had? I know there may be several, but like, what is that breakthrough experience that you had that contributed to your personal success within your business and life?
Oh, for me, honestly, it's getting to know God, and it's getting to understand myself through His eyes and through His purpose for my life. And so when I got saved, I really never knew much about purpose and all of that. But then as time went by and I started to realize the heart of God and I started to learn more about Him, I started to know more about me. And I started to learn that, hey, you're called to be a speaker. Hey, you're called to work with young people. Hey, you're called to do this and called to do that. And that is how I personally got my breakthrough. And that is why right now I'm at a place where I am not holding back anymore. I am not allowing myself, because as human beings, if we follow our mind and how we feel, nothing gets done. And so I'm at that place right now where I'm saying, you know what, I'm pushing me aside and I'm going all out. I'm going all out because I understand that this is the very reason why I was created. And I think we need to understand that we all were created for a specific purpose.
Mm-hmm.
One specific purpose. And that can manifest in different ways, but at the root of it, it's always the same thing. And when we understand that, from that perspective, then it's easier to understand that it's not about what anybody thinks or feels about you, but it's about your mission and your calling here on earth. When you leave, if you are not able to say, hey, I did what I came here to do, then in spite of how much money you would have made, in spite of what a wonderful family you would have raised, in spite of how nice your life would have been or how successful you'd have been by the world standard, you'd have still been a failure if you did not accomplish what you were sent here to do. And so that's why I'm resolute in just trying to become the best version of me, in trying to maximize my potential. Les Brown has a saying that he loves to say, live full and die empty. And I want to be that female Les Brown who lives full and dies empty. So that's basically my mandate for my life at this point.
That is really inspirational and really awesome. And I know there's a lot of fans that would love, to connect with you as well. So could you please share with them your social media and how they can personally connect with you through your websites and etc.
All right, so you can find me on Instagram at Amanda_talks. You can find me on YouTube at Amanda's Diary Talks. And you can find me at LinkedIn as Amanda C. Burke. So those are my handles for now. I have a website, but it's not yet up and running, but it's in the making. Oh, Instagram. That's the page someone needs to check out. Navigate life after college.
And could you give us that link one more time so they know how to remember that?
All right. So Instagram, you can find me at Amanda_talks, or you can find me at Navigate Life After College. On YouTube, you can find me at Amanda's Diary Talks. And on LinkedIn, you can find me at Amanda C. Burke.
All right, I appreciate that. And also, too, another question that I ask all of my panelists when they come to the Breakthrough Conference. So, within your life, like right now, within your business, I believe personally, challenges help us get to the next level. Through that adversity, through those tests, it helps you really overcome, that experience of overcoming that obstacle really measures your success. That's what I personally believe. So, within your life, what challenges right now particularly are you facing within your business or struggles that you're looking to break through and get to that next level?
That's a good question. For me right now, it's just actually executing. I have a lot of plans. And actually, the first step this morning, the first big official step, which was to register my business. And that's a big thing for me. And so right now, it's just about continuing the execution process. I have plans, I have businesses in mind, I have everything. It's just going for it. And I am on that path right now.
Well, I definitely appreciate that. And also the fans at home will appreciate that too. Thank you so much for tuning in, and everybody at home, thank you so much for tuning in to the Breakthrough Conference show here with Amanda. It was a tremendous honor to have you on the show. Just stay tuned with me as well as we say goodbye to our fans, if just in case if you have any other questions. But I just want to say thank you so much for being a part of this experience.
Thanks. I'm happy to be here. Bye, 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 everybody.
Have a good one.